Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Viaren, and today I'm bringing you a nice weak point damage build. It's absolutely incredible, and you can use it on the Rode Ghost Ship, the Rode Maagodin, if that's how you pronounce it. And it's going to do crazy damage, it's going to do crazy crew attacks, and all that good stuff, because on that ghost ship you can actually see the skulls. The skulls are the weak points, and then after you've taken out the two skulls on the front of the ship, you have weak points around the ship. And when you get the barrel at the back of the ship, you want to be able to take that out as fast as possible, because that barrel does mega damage. However, let's get straight into it. I am going to do this from the home office because the NPCs near the dock get really annoying and they just don't stop talking. So we're going to have a look here. Manage ship. So you can put this on the bark or either on the snow, whichever you're comfortable with. I did go with the bark because I use the snow for everything, and actually because of how many Rode ghost ships can potentially spawn, I want to be able to maneuver quite fast, get out of all the damage and all that good stuff, whereas the snow is kind of slow. It's super slow acceleration, kind of hard to get through. However, you can just brace the attacks as well, but the passive heal on the bark with the Ouroboros, which is what we are wearing, is incredible. So that's the setup I've gone with. I've gone with the bark. However, this build can easily be used on the snow. Just take off the double planked hull because you won't need it if you're running the snow anyway. Here we go. Weapons. We got Sherlock long nines on the front. Why have we got Sherlock long nines? Because I'm shooting from the front more often than the back. So even though I do have Sherlock long nines on the back, as you can see, the front are going to be the main weapons, that they're going to be the main weak point damages. So I want some mega weak point damage there. So as you can see, it's got Mass Breaker, deals 7,000 damage after the torn sails effect is applied. So you can tear the ghost ship sails. However, we're not using it for that. If we go in secondary weapon stats here, you've got 275% weak point damage, which is absolutely incredible. And obviously when I'm sailing towards the ghost ship, these are the weapons I'm going to be using. When I pull up alongside, we are going to be using these weapons. As you can see, we've got the Basilisk free. Now, why are we using Basilisk free? So first of all, it increases the charge rate of the vulnerable effect by 50%. But if we go down to secondary stats here, also it has piercing, adds 20% damage as piercing damage, increases damage to weak points by 75%. Which reminds me, I believe I might just edit the build at the minute. So we're going to edit the build at the minute to, we're going to put the fire long guns at the front. Because I remember crafting them, I just didn't install them. And as you can see, it's got piercing 2. Which adds the 75% damage to weak points, which actually is more than the secondary stat of the Sherlock long nines. Now on the back, I am going to edit this again just a little bit. We are going to put the Dardanelles just for the little smaller ghost ships that take more damage. The Dardanelles it'll be decent. But anyway, we got the Basilisk piercing 2, which is increasing damage to weak points, just like the fire long guns, which is what we're using. And then you've got the secondary weak point damage, which is 247%. So again, on the other side, we've got the exact same, for the exact same reasons, damage to weak points, and you've got the weak point damage at 247%. On the back, we have got the Dardanelles. The reason we've got the Dardanelles is just mainly for blowing up, you know, like the ghost ships that take more damage. You know, the Dardanelles can take a healthy amount of their health off. However, you could also put a fire long gun on there, because while you're shooting with the front ones, you can shoot with the back ones and take off another ghost ship's weak points. That is viable too. I just want to make sure I stay at level 12, which currently I am barely. And then here we've got the Mortar, Leopold 3, and the reason we got the Leopold 3 is just because I don't think the poison from the Lafleur actually does anything, and the rockets are kind of annoying, honestly. You can't really aim for weak points with the rockets. So I'm gonna use the Leopold, maybe add some flooding damage to the ship, maybe take some of his health off, all that good stuff. So we are going to run the Leopold. Again, we are level 12, just barely, so that is fine to run. Armor, as I said, we have got the Ouroboros. The reason we got the Ouroboros is because on the bark, the Ouroboros will actually heal the amount of damage that you have braced. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me. If anyone can explain a bit better, please explain in the comments section. But with the bark, the Ouroboros is an amazing, amazing armor piece. However, I do think Black Prince is better in certain situations. It's just in this one, Ouroboros is really, really good. So, major furniture, scrapper station. Because we are going to be doing a lot of crew attacks. Why? Because we're aiming for weak points. The more weak points you hit, the more chance if you're doing a crew attack is. So we are using the scrap station to keep our health up. And then we've got La Potente Schematics. Increases damage to weak points to enemy ships by 10%. Reveals weak points, that doesn't matter. Reveals weak points doesn't matter. The ghost ship has weak points. And this build is specifically for the ghost ship. However, you can go use this on La Peste as well. So if you used on La Peste, these will definitely be needed. If you're going used on the ghost ship, the extra 10% to weak points is going to be mega. So we got the double planked hull. Again, if you're using the snow, you don't have to use this. The snow has only 4 furniture slots, so you can just take this one off. But we've got 5% to health there. Here we've got increased charge rate to the crew attack by 10%. We want to be doing as many crew attacks as possible against that ghost ship, because the ghost ship takes a mega amount of damage from crew attacks. So we are buffing crew attacks, we are buffing weak point damage, so we can get more damage done to that Rode Maagodin. Yeah, I think I pronounced that right. And then increases crew attack damage by 10%. Again, we are building for crew attack damage, we're building for weak point damage. This build is absolutely incredible when it comes to killing that ghost ship. I haven't actually tried it on the Pest yet. This build was specifically for the ghost ship, but it works really, really well. Again, use the fire long guns because they've got the piercing on, which does increase damage to weak points by 75%. And whatever you want to do on the back of it, I am going to stick with the fire long guns just because there might be ships behind me because of how many spawn. So I'm going to continue using that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Give this build a try. Also, these videos do take a while in terms of testing, so if you could leave a like and maybe even subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.